been a while since I've done a good old-fashioned haul video. This last couple of weeks has been rough on me, and I did some emotional shopping. All right, and to be fair, some of these things were things I've had my eye on for a while, but some of these are new, some of these aren't new, so I'm just gonna show you. I got a few things from Target, something from OfficeMax, and then some stuff from Michaels. If you're interested in some of the things I bought when I was in my feelings, then keep watching. I'm gonna start with this U Brands metal frame chalkboard value pack. I got this at Target, and it was about 10 bucks, I wanna say. I can't find the receipt, of course. And it comes with 2 chalk pencils, 2 magnets. There's a magnetic clips for the pencils, and then the board itself is like a blue and with a rose gold looking, I mean, I'm sure it's not real rose gold because that would be ridiculous for 10 bucks from Target, but a rose gold frame, and then the mounting materials, mount to hang this. And I want to hang this in the wall and like update it with some, you know, I don't know, some fancy fucking quotes or something in the back. So this is a frame. Sorry, I'm throwing all my trash away, doing all the things. All right, so I want to test one of these chalk pencils out. I'm not going to go full hog because I got other things to show, but give a chalk pencil a test. It's not going to, I don't know how sharp it is, but I guess we'll see. So let me know what you think about this. The chalk's not showing up super bright, but I think with some practice, this could be really cool. If you are interested in seeing any videos with my thoughts on half-assing chalk lettering, because that's how I chalk letter, is half-ass style, then you let me know in the comments. But at the very least, for 10 bucks, coming with the chalk pencils, I said coming, it's gonna be one of those videos, I think. Fancy shit. That's what I'm gonna write on here, and I'm gonna put it up behind me. So that's pretty cool. And it comes with the chalk pencils, all the things, so neat. I like this thing. I think big for 10 bucks, I think I'm a fan. I need some wall shit anyway. The other thing I got from Target, and this is not gonna be a surprise for anybody in the watching this stuff on Instagram and whatnot. These are the limited edition Candy Pop Papermate Flare pens, the medium point ones from Papermate, because that makes sense. They have names: Raspberry Fizz, Gummy Green, Salted Caramel, Grape Gumdrop, Blueberry Bubblegum, and Strawberry Lollipop. I feel like I'm going to have the diabetes just from reading those names. And there's like a little, oh, I guess it's just a card. All right, let's look at these. So I'm just going to do a quick test. I have some other new pens also. I got some of the Pentel Sign pens and the Sharpie brush pens that I was going to do a video on those later, but if you want to see that, let me know in the comments. They basically write like any other Flair pen that you're used to, if you're used to them. I like Flair pens for practicing, but I usually go for the black ones. So far of these 3 colors, I think I like the Strawberry Lollipop one the best. Ironically, of all of these, it's probably the least bright of these ones so far. This is my favorite. Green's my favorite color anyway, but that is some sexy, like kind of almost, it's green, but with a hint of teal underneath it. You know what's ironic is that this is not my favorite kind of pen to write with, but when I was doing sign work, this would have been one of my favorite pens to do signs with. Go figure. Says Papermate Flare Candy Pop. I got them at Target. I want to say 5 bucks, but I could be wrong about that. Then from OfficeMax, I got these are Tool, and I love the Tool. Do I have one easily ready? I don't have one readily. Do I? Yes, I do. This is a Tool permanent marker. I like using these for art journaling. These are Tool gel ink pens. They're 0.7 medium tip, and this is the Brights set. And as I am a hoe for gel ink pens, and I'm a hoe for Brights, even though I only use black in my planners, go figure, I decided I was going to give these puppies a shot. This, like I said, it's what happens when you're emotional. I don't do this very often. I don't go on like hardcore shopping extravaganzas very often because I am cheap. But sometimes when you're, you know, in your feelings and you wander into a store that you don't go into very often and you see stuff, I'm lucky this is all I walked out of OfficeMax with. So these cost, for the set, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 gel pens, medium tip, they were 15 bucks. I would say that they are a little bit more expensive than some of the other gel pens I own, like the G2s and shit, but let's see how they write. So black would be my number. Oh, god damn it. I gotta get these little fucking balls off them. Balls. So black. Ooh. Hell yes. This is so smooth. How fast does it dry though? Wait, let's test it with a different color. That worked really well, but I didn't wipe it right after. Oh, god damn it. Little stupid balls. Teal. See if it dries right off the bat. It smears a little bit right off the bat, so for you lefties, but it does. But if you wait for a second, it dries pretty fast. But these are so smooth. Like silky, silky smooth. I want to see comparisons between these and like the Pilot G2s or the Inkjoy gels or whatever. Let me know. But they seem pretty even. They don't seem to have like gloppiness or, you know, uneven spots. So that's pretty awesome. So yes, these are the Tool. I'm gonna make a little note here. So these are the Tool gel pens, and then these are the Candy Pop flares. Love how much I give a shit about my handwriting right now. The rest of this is all from Michaels. I saw the Bible journaling display and I was like, because that's not my thing, and it's American Crafts and whatever. I know that they have been problematic sometimes with stealing designs from people or something from what I've heard, but whatever the case may be, I saw these pens. I appreciate that they call it Bible journaling and not faith journaling, because I don't like how faith has been co-opted to only mean Christianity. So that was kind of cool. They're acid-free, fade-proof, waterproof, and non-bleeding. And the point sizes are 01, 03, and 05. And the reason that I bought these, that I went and bought them, even if though I wasn't really feeling it at the time, is that they were $2.29 for the package, which is, let's just put it this way, is usually you can get like 1 Pigma Micron for that price, generally speaking. But these may not be good, so I may have just wasted money, but you never know. So let's figure out where's the right size. So this is the 01. Nice tight lid. Yeah, that's what she said. So these write really nicely. They seem to be really even, but the ink is not as black as I could have hoped. I don't see much of a difference between those two sizes. Okay, see, there's the difference. It's not as black as I could have hoped, but it's only $2.29 for the set. Not really any smudging, so that's nice. Okay, so I'm going to give these a shot in some art journaling, and at the very least, if I jack the tips up, because when I do art journaling, I destroy the tips of my pens. So if I can use these in art journaling and destroy them, at least I won't be out a bunch of money. Like I said, these two sizes don't seem to have that much of a difference. I love how thick this one is. Yeah. But the ink is not as black as I could have hoped either. So, I mean, for $2, $2.29, no big deal. And the other pens I got, again, I was like, shit, Cindy, what the hell are you doing? But I was in my feelings. These are the Sparkle pen from Spectrum Noir. Now, I have Spectrum Noir alcohol markers that are, they are double tipped, and I've done them in my marker video. I talked about them a little bit. So these are glitter pens. Each has a fine, flexible brush for accurate mess-free application, perfect for coloring, writing, embellishing, accenting, and more. Available in 18 shimmering colors, plus a clear glitter overlay. Okay, so how do we do this? This is called, the color names are epic though. Boudoir, Hearthside, and Peacock Blue. Okay, so these are fun, and this is generic sounding. I mean, compared. So you open them, you pull the little ring off, and you put it on. Do you push? Do you... Okay, I heard a press. A press. Am I doing this right? Please don't tell me I'm breaking it. Twist nib section clockwise to Okay, I don't know if I screwed this in right. Oh, hello. Okay, so I'm gonna pause the camera for a minute. I'm gonna, because I just did that. I'll do that with the other two of these shake these puppies up, and then we'll come back to test them. You can see the aftermath of me starting these pens. Like here, I was kind of like shaking them and kind of, you have to like massage them until the ink comes to the top and it's like bristle brushes. And then it just sort of like spurts out and then it saturates the brush. Like it's like, it goes from like little tiny bit to explosion, like money shot. So you see that aftermath here, but let me pull another piece of paper out and we can test these puppies. They feel a lot like a water brush, and I wonder if you can refill these and use them as a water brush when they run out. Like, this is the sloppiest shit ever. Probably didn't even see me doing that because I was out of frame. But I don't know if you can see on the camera, but it is absolutely sparkly. Very, very sparkly. And the sparkle comes out nice and even, so I could see that these could be a lot of fun. I'm not sure. I guess we'll have to see. So boudoir. They're very inky right now, but I don't know how long this ink is gonna last. Like, this is coming out like gangbusters. I'm just gonna write peacock because peacock blue. Well, maybe I'll do peacock blue. But like, see how like here there was like an extra splooge, and I think that might just be because they're still like acclimating. As you can see, my fucks are starting to disappear. Whatever. Okay, close enough. So these abs are beautiful. They're not as bright as I thought that they would be. They're a little bit, the color is slightly, it's rich, but it's a little bit more muted. But the sparkle is gorgeous. I don't know if you can, if the camera is catching this as I'm twisting it. It's really pretty. But for 14 bucks for 3 of them, one of the reasons I like the Spectrum Noir alcohol pens is because they are a less expensive alternative to something like a Copic marker. But these are not quite as inexpensive. So I don't know if I'm going to be buying more. I might buy the clear one because that could be neat to use. So there were 2 collaborations that they had. One I had already seen and bought the mermaid markers from, and that was Jane Davenport. This, like the beautiful, like one of her girls in the cover. This is a canvas covered watercolor journal, which, as I want to get back in the swing of art journaling, sometimes having a fresh journal. I have a watercolor journal that I use to Moleskine, but I use that mostly for practicing and pen testing. So if I could use one that is meant just for art journaling, this could be good. I think it's like a 6.5 by 9. The cover is canvas, and they also have blank ones that you can paint yourselves, which I had thought about getting, but then I was like, just not in the mood for that. The inside cover is this like soft, like vinyl-y situation. And then, these are absolutely nice, thick watercolor pages. Does it lay down flat? No. But it feels like if you massage it, it'll lay down flat. But these are absolutely nice, thick. It didn't say what like the GSM was on these or like the pound weight of the watercolor pages, but they're nice and thick. So I think I may wind up using this as an art journal in the near future. And if you are interested in watching my journey, my journaling journey, let me know in the comments. The other collaboration that I saw is from a company I have never heard of. I'm curious about now. Molly and Rex ? And it's the this journal, BT Dubs, the Jane Davenport journal was $17.99. It was the most expensive thing on this purchase, so I used a 40% off coupon on this. And then the last says a set of 3 travel journals, and they come with like their own covers that are kind of like traveler's notebooks, but kind of not, from the Molly and Rex collaboration. $9.99 for the pack. There's 3 of them. It looks like they're stitched bound, and it's all like twined, and it's very cute for something from Michaels, even though part of me is like, fuck, I don't really care that much about the packaging, but some people do. Probably more people do than don't. So, Cindy, don't be a hater. Let's open these up. So $10 for 3 journals. They have 40 sheets each, it looks like. Looks like one is dots, one is blank, and one is grid. So much garbage. So I got this set. There were a couple different sets, but this was the only one that super spoke to me. So this one says, good things are going to happen. It's got gold foil, blank paper that say, live the life you love. It's not very thick paper. I would feel like this feels to me like regular General Last printer paper. I could be wrong about that. It's just my opinion. Oh, and there's something nasty in this one. I don't know what that is. Anyway, so it's kind of regular ass paper, but it's a A little flimsy, but it's cute. And there's this one with the watercolors and the gold foiling on it. And this one is the dot grid, and the grid is purple. That's kind of cute. The dots are purple. Paper feels, yeah, like maybe a step above. Probably not though. And then this last one says Bright Ideas. It's got the gold foil, and this one has a very nice, like, pale lavender grid. I like the color of this grid. So these, I think, are going to be good practice journals. I don't think I'm going to use anything too inky in these. The pages are pretty thin. I can do a pen test on them, but today the video is too long. I can pen test if you want. I mean, here, let's test. We might as well. We've got a gel pen here, and we've got a Papermate Flare here. So there's two pens, a felt and a gel. So we'll test in the back here. We'll see. Test. And I'm only going to do the one, though, because the pages are the same. They feel the same in each one. Test and test. And then we're looking. I mean, it's a little shadow, but no worse than anything else. So we'll give these guys a shot. I'm not going to condemn them. For $10 for 3 journals, too, for like, not a big deal. Speaking of my practice journals, my Moleskine, it's a Moleskine watercolor journal that I use for practice and testing with watercolor paper. These last 2 things that I got, they're not from the same collection, but I'm going to test them together. So I got from Michaels the Jane Davenport water brushes. Now, for those of you who don't know what a water brush is, they are brushes that have a reservoir of water attached to them, so you can use them for watercoloring, like on the go. And my favorite water brush is the Pentel Aquash, and I've had shit luck with so many other kinds of water brushes, but I thought, why not try? Can't be burned every time, can you? So I've already opened these and filled them up. They come in a 2-pack. You get a fine point and a bold point. I know I like her mermaid markers as water brush. Try them as water brushes, but as like a brush pen that's full of liquid. So we'll see how these go. They also have the same bristles, but these were this 2-pack was $7.99. And then the other thing I'm going to test with them are these watercolor crayons from the Recollections. And they have a huge pack of them. And then there's these soft, kind of more like, what's it called? Spring Dream colors. I didn't want to get the huge pack if I didn't like them, because I'm wondering if they're going to be similar to gelatos. And if that's the case, I already have a metric shit ton of gelatos, so I don't need to buy fucking more. But like I said, for the 5th time in this video, I was in my feelings. So they come in this plastic case, and these were $7.99 for the pack of 6. I don't know if I can test the white on this, but we'll see. So the color with crayon, then apply water brush to achieve desired effect. All right. So let's test these puppies out. So I'm just going to draw. How do these draw? Nice. They draw on kind of like gelatos. That kind of like creamy, it's almost like you're drawing on paper with lipstick. And it looks like they go up. Just imagine these as like lipstick except watercolor. It's basically the idea of them. So we're gonna give these puppies a try. Of these colors, I really like this kind of corally color. And then white, though I don't know if the white's going to show up on this paper. I have black somewhere, but I don't know where. Okay, so let's test. Oh, and let me give you a word of advice with water brushes. You can always just, once you use them on color, you can wipe them off, and I'll show you. So we'll start with the fine. I'll work on this side. I'm just sort of blending everything together just as a test. Do these have like a shimmer to them? Squeeze some water out, work my water brush to get the, I don't even have a napkin over here, do I? Well, fuck it, I don't know. I'm gonna use my shirt. Because that's what you do when you improvise and you don't want to get up. Okay, yeah, these have a shimmer to them. I don't think you can see it on the camera, but I don't know if you can see it. They're not as shimmery as the Spectrum Noir by any stretch of the means, but they have like a glimmer to them. Comes to the difference in sizes for the water brushes. It's basically just, are you gonna do like delicate work? Are you gonna do, and that's pretty straightforward. I mean, these water brushes seem to be working okay. The flow of water seems to be relatively manageable, which was my problem with some other water brushes, and they don't seem to be like leaking. These watercolor crayons are pretty, but they're basically the same as gelatos. I think the only difference is for me with these and my other gelatos is that the colors do not play out quite as vibrant as my gelatos do, but I don't know if I have comparable colors to these, so who knows? I can always test that as well. Leave your 45th comment if you think that would be a fun test. But, sorry, I'm just cleaning my water brush off. But they're not very vibrant, but I like the shimmer in them, and I don't think I have any gelatos that have shimmer. The water brushes, thus far, seem to be decent water brushes. They don't leak. They seem to work just fine. You can control the water. So do I think these are going to be the bombest water brushes ever? I don't know yet. I need to test them out some more. But as of right now, I knew with the other water brushes I had tried, each one, I knew right off the bat I didn't like them because they were hard to fucking use. But these perform very similarly to the Pentel Aquash. So we'll see how it goes with some more testing. This is not going to be a regular kind of haul for me because I didn't even spend that much money, but I spent enough. Like I said, shopping in my feelings. Do you shop in your feelings? Because I feel like this is the most, though I do have some other notebooks that are showing up for other reasons, but regardless. Let me know if there's anything new that you've tried lately, or if you've tried any of these and you have different opinions on them than I do. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.